Well, hello there, and a massive welcome to Processed Zone. I'm your host, and today we're diving headfirst into the wonderfully aromatic world of spices. Think about that vibrant red powder that brings a smoky depth to your paella, or a gentle warmth to your deviled eggs. Yes, I'm talking about paprika. But have you ever stopped to wonder how this culinary magic, and indeed many of our favourite spices, actually make their way from a humble plant to that little jar in your pantry? Today we're going on an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour, peeling back the layers of the spice-making industry. We'll explore the intricate processes that transform raw agricultural products into the flavour powerhouses we adore. So get comfortable, perhaps with a nice cup of spiced tea, because we're about to embark on an incredible adventure into the heart of how these everyday essentials are made. All right, let's kick things off with our headliner, paprika. This isn't just any red powder, you know. It comes from grinding dried sweet or mildly spicy red peppers, specifically varieties of. The beauty of paprika lies in its diversity. You can find sweet paprika, hot paprika, and smoked paprika. This versatility is what makes it a global superstar in the kitchen. The journey of paprika begins in sun-drenched fields where the peppers are carefully cultivated. Farmers wait for the perfect moment of ripeness, usually a brilliant deep red. Harvesting is often done by hand, ensuring only the best peppers are selected. Once harvested, the peppers need to be dried to remove their moisture content. Traditionally, this was done by stringing the peppers together into ristras and hanging them in the sun. In modern production, industrial dryers are often employed to ensure consistency. After drying, the peppers are ground into the fine, vibrant powder we recognize as paprika. Next up, let's talk about turmeric, that brilliant golden spice known for its earthy flavor and health benefits. The part of the turmeric plant we use is the rhizome, which looks a bit like ginger root. The journey of turmeric begins underground. Harvesting usually takes place about 7 to 10 months after planting. The entire plant is carefully uprooted to reveal the clusters of rhizomes. Once unearthed, the fresh turmeric rhizomes are thoroughly washed. Then comes a crucial step. The rhizomes are boiled or steamed. This process softens the rhizomes and helps to distribute the colour more uniformly. After cooking, the turmeric rhizomes are laid out to dry. The hard, dried turmeric rhizomes are then ground into the fine, bright yellow powder we all recognise. Now, let's turn our attention to cumin, a spice that brings a wonderfully warm, earthy aroma to many dishes. The spice comes from the dried seeds of the plant. The cultivation of cumin requires a sunny, warm climate. Harvesting typically occurs about 3 to 4 months after planting. Once the plants have reached the right stage, they are usually cut or uprooted by hand. The harvested plants are then dried further to make threshing easier. Threshing separates the cumin seeds from the rest of the plant material. The cleaned seeds are then given a final drying to ensure their moisture content is low enough for storage. Finally, the dried cumin seeds can be sold whole or ground into a powder. No spice rack is complete without black pepper, often hailed as the king of spices. Its pungent, slightly hot flavour enhances almost any savoury dish imaginable. Black, white and green peppercorns all come from the same plant. The difference lies in when they are harvested and how they are processed. For black pepper, the berries are harvested when they are still green but just beginning to turn red. Harvesting peppercorns is typically done by hand. Once harvested, the green peppercorns are quickly processed to prevent them from fully ripening. The first step in making black pepper is to briefly cook the green berries in hot water. After this quick blanching, the peppercorns are spread out to dry. Traditionally, this is done in the sun, on large mats or patios. Once thoroughly dried, the black peppercorns are cleaned, sorted and graded. The high-quality peppercorns are then packaged, either whole or ground. Let's move on to a spice that evokes warmth and comfort. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is derived from the inner bark of trees belonging to the genus. The journey of cinnamon begins with the cultivation of these special trees. Harvesting usually starts when the trees are a few years old. The harvested stems are then transported to a processing area. The outer bark is carefully scraped off to reveal the precious inner bark. Workers then meticulously peel this thin inner bark layer from the woody part of the stem. As these thin strips of inner bark dry, they naturally curl into the familiar shapes we know as cinnamon quills, or sticks. After drying, the cinnamon quills are sorted and graded based on their appearance, size, and quality. The best quills are sold whole, while broken pieces or lower grades might be ground into cinnamon powder. Next on our spicy exploration is coriander, a versatile herb where both its fresh leaves and dried seeds are used in cooking. Coriander seeds provide a warm, nutty, slightly citrusy flavor. The coriander plant is an annual herb. When cultivated for its seeds, the plant is allowed to mature fully and go through its flowering stage. Harvesting coriander seeds happens once the majority of the seeds have changed color. The harvested plants are then dried further. Threshing separates the coriander seeds from the stalks and chaff. The cleaned seeds are then given a final check for quality and moisture content before being packaged. Let's delve into the world of ginger, celebrated for its zesty, pungent flavor. The part of the ginger plant that we use is its knobbly underground stem, or rhizome. Harvesting usually occurs 8 to 10 months after planting. The rhizomes are carefully dug up and thoroughly washed to remove all dirt. After washing, the rhizomes may or may not be peeled. The next crucial step is drying. The cleaned ginger rhizomes are often sliced or split into smaller pieces. Traditionally, these ginger pieces were sun-dried. When the ginger pieces are thoroughly dried, they are ready to be ground into powder. The hard, dried ginger pieces are fed into industrial grinders, which break them down into a fine powder. Let's explore the intensely aromatic world of cloves. Cloves are the dried, unopened flower buds of the tree. The clove tree is a tropical evergreen that can grow quite tall. The timing of the harvest is absolutely critical. The buds must be picked when they are plump and have turned a bright pink or reddish color. Harvesting cloves is a very labor-intensive process, typically done by hand. The collected clusters of buds are then brought to a central area where the individual buds are separated from the stems. Once separated, the fresh clove buds are spread out thinly on mats or drying floors to dry. Sun-drying is the traditional and most common method. After drying, the cloves are cleaned to remove any remaining stems, dust, or foreign matter. They are then sorted and graded based on their size, appearance, and oil content. Let's uncover the story of a unique spice duo, nutmeg and mace. These two spices come from the same fruit. Nutmeg is the seed, while mace is the lace-like covering. The fruit resembles a small apricot. When ripe, it splits to reveal the seed encased in red mace. Harvesting involves collecting these fruits. The outer part is removed to expose the mace-covered seed. The mace is gently peeled away. Nutmeg and mace undergo different drying processes. Mace dries quickly, while nutmeg takes longer. Once dried, the nutmeg shell is cracked open. Mace is sold as whole blades or ground powder. Last but certainly not least, we arrive at cardamom, often revered as the queen of spices. There are two main types, green cardamom and black cardamom. Green cardamom comes from a perennial herbaceous plant. Harvesting cardamom is an incredibly labor-intensive process, done almost exclusively by hand. The pods do not ripen all at once, so pickers must visit the plants every few days to select only the pods that are at the perfect stage of maturity. Once harvested, the fresh green cardamom pods are washed to remove any dirt or debris. The goal of drying is to reduce the moisture content of the pods while preserving their vibrant green color and delicate aroma. After drying, the cardamom pods are cleaned again and sorted based on size and color. The pods can be sold whole, or sometimes the seeds are extracted and sold separately, or ground into powder. Wow, what an incredible journey we've been on today, haven't we? From the vibrant fields where paprika peppers bask in the sun, to the intricate processes that transform turmeric rhizomes into golden powder, and the delicate harvesting of aromatic clove buds and cardamom pods. Each pinch of flavor represents a long path involving dedicated farmers and skilled workers. The next time you reach for that jar of cinnamon, or sprinkle some black pepper onto your meal, Appreciate the journey it has taken to get to your kitchen. Thank you for joining me on this aromatic adventure. If you found this exploration fascinating, give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts or spicy facts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.